For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fiber website. Hey guys, welcome to the first video of this kind on the channel for FIFA 18. As you can tell from the title, it's time to vote for what you guys would like to see next with regards a career mode series on the channel. We're currently about a week or so away from finishing the Chelsea series. The My Player / Become a Legend series, for the time being at least, is replacing the Dortmund series. And I'm wanting to figure out, in due course, which side we will play with next on the channel. Now, there's been a big call recently for a Road to Glory series, and I have mentioned in recent weeks that I would like to do a Road to Glory series again this year, with a twist, with it being a youth Road to Glory series. That will not be on the vote this time around. That series I'm planning on doing in the spring next year, so say March time, maybe the one that will follow this series. I'll have to wait and see how long this new one will last, but it's going to be 3 teams on the vote. It's going to be not with a top-tier team like Chelsea, as this one was, but still with a larger team, just because we're still in the early-ish cycle of FIFA 18. Obviously, larger teams have larger viewer bases, and it will help the channel grow. So that, at the end of the day, is the most important thing with regards to content, is channel growth and, of course, maintaining your guys' interest in a series. And if we're involved in better competitions in world football, then it's more likely to pique your interest for a prolonged period of time. 3 teams on the vote. 1 in England, 1 in Spain, and 1 in Italy. As I mentioned, I started the Dortmund series on stream, but the Become a Legend series is going to be replacing that for the time being, so I'm not going to pick one from Germany, just in case I go back to that Dortmund series. Not overly interested on doing one in France as a bona fide YouTube series. I might do something like PSG or Monaco on stream later in the year, but we'll start, considering we're in England, with the team in England that is going to be on the vote, and that team will be Southampton. Obviously, struggling in real life, not having the best of seasons, haven't had the best of times in the past 2 or 3 years, really, with managers chopping and changing hands here and there, players continuing to leave the club, like Sadio Mane, etc. Somehow they are able to hold on to Virgil van Dijk, and that would be one of the main players I'd like to keep at the club were I to take over at Southampton. High domestic success expected. Presumably that would mean qualify for the Europa League. Medium continental success, again, just doing well in Europe, not necessarily winning anything. Brand exposure medium, don't need to worry about that. Financial medium, presumably just get a decent amount of prize money. And youth development is high. Now, obviously, Southampton have a reputation of bringing through really good youngsters. So I might lean towards kind of developing the talent that is already at the club, more so than bringing in a number of young or a number of new signings. But perhaps as kind of a leeway into a full youth Road to Glory, we could concentrate on the real-life youth at Southampton, and then the youth RTG will be effectively scouting youth regens to then bring through the club. So almost might be a stepping stone towards that youth RTG. But Southampton would be the first option on the vote. Obviously not a top 6 club in England, and will take 1, 2, maybe 3 seasons to be looking to win the Premier League and doing well in the Champions League, etc. So there's a longer term series there, maybe 3, 4, 5 seasons. We'll have to wait and see if you guys select Southampton as the option you would like to vote for. There will be a link in the description to a straw poll where you can vote, of course. I'll leave it, rather than saying select one team, I'll leave it open so you can vote for as many teams as you like. So say you like the idea of all 3 teams, you can vote for all 3 teams. And that way, you know, you don't have to choose if you're quite happy to have one or the other. So moving from England, we'll just scroll across this way because the other one is in Italy. Now this is probably, arguably, well not even arguably, it is going to be the largest team on the vote, Roma. I've used Napoli last year. I've also previously done series with AC Milan and Inter Milan on FIFA 16 and 15 respectively, or 15 and 16 respectively. Used Napoli last year on 17. I've never used Roma, and they're a club that always should be towards the upper reaches of Serie A, and been getting better recently, but of course have lost players like Mo Salah recently, and Miralem Pjanic left to go to Juventus. So key for me would be keeping hold of players like Raja Nainggolan and perhaps replacing players like Edin Dzeko. Whilst Edin Dzeko is a great striker, he doesn't really suit my playstyle, so there would be changes needed to be made in the Roma squad were I to take over at Roma, should that be the side that you guys want me to take over with in Italy. Obviously, domestic success is critical. That would mean that they'd be wanting me to at least challenge, if not win, Serie A. Whether that would be achievable first season, I highly doubt, with, of course, Juventus being a strong team. Roma would probably be a shorter series than a Southampton one. Maybe 2 or 3 seasons. High continental success, obviously they want me to go into the latter stages of the Champions League. Brand exposure, similarly wanting me to sell a lot of shirts, etc. Financial and youth development set to low, so we wouldn't really need to worry about money or bringing through any youth regens, etc. We could concentrate on bringing in high quality players, improving the squad, and hopefully winning as many trophies as possible in 2 or 3 seasons at Roma. Similar to how we have at Chelsea, although it might be slightly more difficult to do it at Roma on a European level than it has been with Chelsea, considering the lack of depth at Roma. But Chelsea don't have that much depth, I suppose. Now, moving on from Roma, we will head across to Spain. Now, I have previously used Atletico Madrid. In fact, twice I've used Atletico Madrid on FIFA 14 and either 15 or 16. I can't remember which one it was now off the top of my head. So I won't be using Atleti. I won't be using Barcelona or Real Madrid. I did start a series at Valencia about 2 years ago, and that was when I was doing the post-commentary style of content. I did 1 season at Valencia, and then actually changed the way that I was producing my content, switching to the live content with Facecam, etc. So I didn't get any further than 1 season with Valencia. The vote won't be for Valencia. It's also not going to be for Athletic Club. But I'm going to scroll this way through because Sevilla is going to be the 3rd option on the vote. A team that have done well in Europe, notoriously the Europa League for the past 4 or 5 years, but never really cracked the Champions League. They've never really cracked the top 4 in La Liga either. So similarly with Southampton would be a longer term series presumably. High domestic success, finished top 4. Continental success, medium. Again, in this first season at least, they wouldn't want me to be challenging for wins in Europe, but they'd want me to go past the group stage, probably to the quarterfinals. Brand exposure is high, and financial is critical. Sevilla are a club that tend to be a selling club. They've obviously had a number of players come in and move on for profit, so financial success is important to them. I'm not sure how keen I am on the idea of being a selling club, but I do like the style of play in La Liga, and Sevilla are a side that I could definitely build upon and improve on. They've got some good talents as well, like Sergio Rico in goal. You've obviously got Wissam Ben Yedder up top, who's an extremely good striker. Youth development is also high at Sevilla, similarly with Southampton. So, again, perhaps could look to use it as a midway between a bigger side and a lower ranked youth RTG as a series after this one, maybe improving on the youth, the real life youth at Sevilla or Southampton before doing a series where we concentrate on the regen youth in any particular save. So option 1, Southampton in the Premier League. Option 2, Roma in Serie A. Option 3, Sevilla in La Liga. Now, obviously, in La Liga this year, we do have the broadcast package, so the in-game graphics would be nice to use. I haven't actually used them yet, other than the odd occasional game on kickoff, etc. So it is completely up to you. Like I say, I'll leave the vote open to vote for as many sides as you like. So if you only want me to do Southampton, then vote for Southampton. If you don't mind seeing Southampton or Sevilla, vote for both Southampton and Sevilla. If you would watch any of the 3, then vote for all 3. There will be a link in the description, like I say, to the straw poll. It will run for a few days because, like I say, I've probably got about a week's worth of content left with the Chelsea series. So I won't be announcing the winner until probably next weekend. And hopefully I'll make the decision Wednesday or Thursday so I can get in touch with Joe and try and ask him to make me a thumbnail for the new series. But whether that series will be with Southampton in England, Roma in Italy or Sevilla in Spain is entirely up to you. Let me know in the comments section down below which way you voted. I'm sure there'll be people saying, you should have chosen this team, or why isn't this team on the vote? I've had these 3 teams in mind for about a month now, wanting to replace the Chelsea series, so I'm very much certain that one of these 3 teams are going to be the one that I start the next series with. So apologies if a team that you would like to see me use isn't on this particular vote. Doesn't mean to say that they won't be in a later vote later in the year or on FIFA 19 either. So there are plenty of teams to select from over the course of hopefully what will continue to be a long YouTube career. Of course, I've done a number of teams so far since FIFA 14 doing career mode, so there are still plenty of teams to use over the upcoming years. And of course, I'll do stuff on stream as well, like I say, with regards to smaller nations and smaller clubs. So let me know which way you voted in the comments. Do vote on that straw poll. Drop the video a like if you're looking forward to the new series. Do make sure you check the channel page to make sure you don't miss out on any of the remaining Chelsea series, or of course any of the Become a Legend stuff that's going up. That series has been well received, although not getting as many views as I might like it to. So do make sure you check it out if you haven't seen it so far, because those of you that have seen it have actually been really enjoying it. Of course, My Play used to be one of the main series on the channel, but unfortunately on FIFA it's not quite as good. But it is definitely a really fun series to do on PES, because Become a Legend mode is vastly improved over the FIFA My Player side of things. So let me know everything in the comment section down below. Drop the video a like, vote on the straw poll, and we'll have to wait and see who wins.